everybody. Welcome to 7 at 7, whether you're listening tonight or some other time. I'm so glad that you are joining me. And yeah, it's been a long day, but it's been good. So we're currently doing a sermon series called Don't Stop Believing. And Pastor Dale was talking about, in his sermon was about keep on believing, like even in the hard times, even when it gets tough, all that. And he was talking about, he mentioned that, how all of us have a calling. And, when I was listening to his message, that really struck me. And what I thought of is a saying, how, I don't know when it started, but how like everybody gets a trophy for participation and all that sort of thing. And the saying came along that if everybody's special, then nobody's special. And I thought, well, but with God, that's not really true. Everybody really is special, because it even talks about in Psalm 139, yes, that's in my notes, Psalm 139, that he planned us, he knit us together, he made each and every one of us, and each and every one of us is special. So that includes you. So when everyone is special, nobody's special is totally wrong in God's eyes. And so if God made you, he planned you, and he made you on purpose. Hi, Lauren. So that means but when Pastor was talking, you have a calling. I mean, if he made you, all of us have a calling. So he made you for specific things, right? And so every Christian has things that they need to do. And that may sound very nebulous or vague or whatever. Ephesians 2:10 talks about, it says, we are engineered by his design. Once again, we are special. He molded and manufactured us in Christ. We are his workmanship, his poetry. We are fully fit to do good. When it says we're fully fit to do good, that tells me I should be doing good. But once again, that can sound very nebulous and vague. But we all Christians have a calling to love others, to tell others about Jesus, to tell others about our story, to take care of each other, to make peace, and all of those things. But beyond that, you may be saying, well, what's my calling? What am I supposed to do? What am I specifically made for? And the thing is, I can't tell you the answer to that. I mean, God might give me some insight for you, but he might not. That's for you to find out. Well, okay, how can I find that out? What do I do? And some things that you can do is just simply ask God, what did you make me for? What is my calling? What do you want me to do? But also keep in mind when you're asking him those things about that is it's not necessarily just one thing. There are so many things that we're called to do either one time or on a daily basis or several times throughout our lives, all of those things. But ask him. Try new things. Don't be afraid to try new things. And if it doesn't, pan out or turn out that was it, okay, you tried, no big deal. You can ask yourself what you're passionate about, just naturally. There's another way for you to find some things out about yourself just through going through Growth Track at church. And if you haven't done that, don't know what it is, Growth Track is just it tells you about our church, but then it also gives you like some tests, so to speak, about yourself, so that you can learn a little bit more about yourself, and kind of gives you a direction to start. It's not the end all be all for everything, but it's a good place to start if you're wondering, what am I really called to do? And something else I heard that kind of has to do with this, the enemy is always wanting to corrupt and counterfeit anything that God has made. And so God's made you, God's planned you. The enemy is always wanting to corrupt you, to counterfeit any callings that God has placed on your life and that sort of thing. So, and by that, I'm going to give you an example of just my life. So for instance, I know that I am called to help others kind of get things done. I am a planner in a lot of ways. Other ways, not so much, but I can be really good at thinking about what needs to be done for this event or something to happen, okay? But the flip side to that is it can become my greatest weakness because I start to get tunnel vision, and I stop talking to so many people, and all I'm thinking about is I've got to do this, and it drives me to distraction. So that's where I just have to be careful with that. I can, allow just myself to get carried away, or that can be where the enemy can come in and just kind of bombard me with all these thoughts of things I missed and things I should have done, shoulda, coulda, woulda, all that stuff. So anyway, I just wanted to share those thoughts with you so that you can keep on believing that you really do matter. You really are special because God made you and God planned you, and He really does have so many things for you to do that He's counting on you for. He loves you and He trusts you to do that, or He wouldn't have made you to do it. So I hope this has encouraged you. I'm sorry if it was a little bit here, there, and everywhere. Anyway, love y'all. Have a good evening. Good night.